Hello coding lovers, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my 8th video lecture on C++ programming. In the previous tutorial, I was showing you practically how to declare and initialize our variables and display the data. Today in this lecture, I'll be talking about variable scope. Before moving to C++ operators, it's very important to understand variable scope, modifiers, and storage classes in C++. So let's get started. Let's open our last program. Let's remove this and declare a variable here. Int var equal 10. Okay, this is a scope, and inside this scope we're declaring and initializing a variable. Now this variable is called local variable. Local variable, and this is a C++ comment. If you give double space and if you write anything, compiler will ignore to read this line. And this variable is called local variable. This variable is not recognized outside this scope. Similarly, you can create one more blank scope like this. You can declare a variable here var2 equal suppose 50. Now this var2 is a local variable within this scope. This var2 is not recognized outside this scope. Now if you want to print this var2 outside of this scope, then it will give error. var2 equal var2. Let's compile and run this. Okay, it's giving error. var2 was not declared in this scope. That means this is not recognized. We are trying to use outside of this scope. If you want to print this, then you have to write inside this scope. Now you can see this time there is no error. Oh, it's not printing any output. Why? Oh, after this line it's returning from here, so this piece of code is not being executed. We need to write at last. Let's compile and run this again. Okay, it's printing var2 equal 50. This is also called local variable. This is local variable for this scope, and this is a local variable for this scope. You can access this var inside this scope. It's available. If you want to see this, var equal var. Okay, let's compile and run this again. Okay, it's printing var equal 10 and var2 equal 50. So you can access this var inside the scope, but you cannot access var2 outside of the scope. Then again we have one more global variable like int a equal 20. So this is our global variable and this is our local variable. Global variable a is recognized in entire program. You can access this anywhere in the program. If you want to access this here, it will not give error. Global variable. So now if you want to print this, a equal a, let's compile and run this. Plus plus equal.cpp -o. Okay, there is no error. Okay, it's printing a is equal 20, var is equal 10. Now what if the name of a global variable is same as local variable? Now who will get the preference? That's the most important question. Now here we are declaring and assigning 20, and the same name here as well. We are declaring and assigning 10. Let's remove this. Now we are trying to print the value of var. Now who will get the preference? So local variable will get the preference, not global. Let's build and run this. Okay, var 10 is coming here. The local variable value is coming here. Now in this situation, if you want to print the value of global variable, then you need to use scope resolution operator, double colon. It resolves this scope and it will print the value of global variable. Let's compile and run this again. Okay, value 20 is coming this time. Now one more thing, we have a global variable with value 20 and we have a local variable with value 10. Now what will happen if you don't initialize anything in both of these places? So if you don't initialize, global variable by default will take value 0 and local variable will take garbage value. Garbage value means any random value. And we have one more variable scope which is called function formal parameter. So here inside this parenthesis we need to declare variables. So I'll come up with this topic in function chapter. That's all guys for today. In the next tutorial I'll be talking about C++ modifiers and storage classes. If you have any queries or any suggestions to me, just drop your comment in the comment section below. I would definitely love to answer all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to it and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any video whenever I upload. So bye bye for today. See you in next video.